Another mock draft? Sure, why not? Well, it's draft week, and if you're anything like me, you can hardly wait for it to get here. But in the meantime, I thought I'd do another 7-round mock draft for the Arizona Cardinals. This time around, I didn't use a mock draft simulator. Instead, I took a manual approach, looking at where players were expected to be drafted, and finding some players that I thought would be a good fit for the Cardinals in terms of what positions they need and what the Cardinals typically look for in draft picks. For example, if you follow the Cardinals closely, you've heard Steve Keim talk about how they like to draft players who were team captains in college. They place a high value on that sort of leadership. So, with that in mind, let's look at the picks. In the first round, I have the Cardinals picking Caleb Farley, cornerback from Virginia Tech. Now let me start by saying that I really wrestled with this pick. I know the Cardinals prefer Patrick Surtain II and J.C. Horn over Caleb Farley, largely due to the medical concerns. But I expect that Surtain and Horn are probably going to be gone when the Cardinals get to 16. Now they could look to move up to try to get Surtain or Horn or perhaps someone like Jalen Waddle, and I know a lot of fans hope they find a way to move up to get Kyle Pitts. But it's also possible that they decide to trade back because all the players they like will be gone by 16. But I do think it's possible that the Cardinals could look at Caleb Farley and decide he's worth the risk. But if they were to trade back, I think players like Christian Barmore, Greg Newsome II, Zaven Collins, or Asante Samuel Jr. are all possibilities in the late first round. Next, in the second round, I have the Cardinals taking tight end Hunter Long out of Boston College. The Cardinals have a glaring need at tight end, and Long could be a good option to help fill that spot. If Pat Freiermuth is somehow still on the board, I could see the Cardinals taking him. And I could also see them going receiver with someone like Rondale Moore. But Long could be a really good option here for them in the second round. In the fifth round, I have the Cardinals taking Robert Hainsey, offensive lineman out of Notre Dame. Hainsey played tackle in college, but his size and skill set would translate well to guard in the NFL. And he also has that leadership quality that the Cardinals look for in their draft picks. I don't think he would earn a starting job his first year, but he is the kind of player who could become a long-term starter after a season or two. In the sixth round, I have the Cardinals taking inside linebacker Garrett Wallow out of TCU. Wallow is another one of those players who's known for his leadership and work ethic, and he could help provide some much-needed depth at inside linebacker. With the first of the Cardinals' 2 7th-round picks, I have them taking Elijah Mitchell, running back out of Louisiana Lafayette. Now, I know a lot of fans would like to see the Cardinals take a running back earlier in the draft, and I do think that they need someone to help fill out that running back room. Mitchell doesn't possess elite traits for the position, but he is a good all-around back, and would be a nice player to add for depth. With their second 7th-round pick, I have the Cardinals taking Jonathan Marshall, defensive tackle out of Arkansas. Like many players who are projected to go in the 6th or 7th round of the draft, Marshall is a developmental prospect who has traits that could translate to the NFL. If he reaches his potential, he could become a rotational player on the interior defensive line. So, who do you think the Cardinals are going to take in the draft this year? Tell me in the comments below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, please be sure to click like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos covering the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Cardinal Rule.